Hey guys, time for FlexJobs here. Today I want to talk about the many proofreading jobs online. There's a lot of them, and I've written about 60 companies that offer these types of jobs. I'm not going to talk about all of them here, but I link to the jobs in the description if you're interested. In this video, I want to talk about proofreading in general, as well as how much you can make, as well as the skills you need. And then I'll talk about a few of my favorite companies that are almost always hiring proofreaders. As always, I like to get straight to the point. I'm 100% honest in everything I promote. You can be assured of that. So with that being said, let's begin. First off, I want to touch upon what exactly proofreading is. In simpler terms, it's the last step of the writing process. So think back to your college, high school days when you would write something. Eventually, you'd have to proofread. You'd have to go back over and reread to make sure there's no grammatical errors, spelling errors, etc. So this is where you'll come in. And now, there's a lot of companies that publish content online and offline, and they often need a proofreader. This can include book, novels, college essays, court transcripts, and so forth. You can see the list here. This is only a sample of what's out there, but the field's quite diverse. So in the world of proofreading, most of your jobs can be done from home, mostly on a freelancing basis. So you're not going to get a 9-to-5 job. Those do exist, but it's rare. Some companies do hire in-house, but generally you're going to have to expect to work on an action basis, so you get paid per job. So as I continue on, I'll talk about the companies as mentioned, but let's jump into how much you could potentially make. So how much proofreaders make? This is a hard question to answer because it's like applying for any job. There's so many factors put into the picture. These factors can include the company you work with, your experience, your educational background, what you're proofreading, are you going to be a contractor or an employee. As many of these jobs are freelancing opportunities, you'll be paid by the job as I mentioned, but if you were to land a full-time gig, this is what I found on Glassdoor. As you can see, the base pays close to about $36,000 a year. Of course, it could be much more if you have the experience and education. On average, regardless of which route you take, you're probably going to average about $17 an hour, but in terms of breaking it down per word, the rates can go anywhere from maybe a penny to a little over a penny a word. This is going to depend on the work. All companies aren't created equally. Reputable companies often upfront as to what your rate's going to be, and then in some cases, if you're bidding on a job, then it's up to you to decide how much you want to charge. But this is what I found as the average. Again, you could be on the higher tier or you could be on the lower tier. And before I jump into which companies are hiring, I just want to tell you what skills you need if you are interested. Whether you're already a proofreader, then you probably already know about this. But from my research online, I'm not personally a professional proofreader, but I help people find jobs such as this. What proofreading companies or people who hire proofreaders are going to look for the following here. Of course, you need to be a native English speaker. In some cases, it might be another language. You must possess excellent spelling, vocabulary, grammatical skills. Most people like to see at least 2+ years of experience. It's recommended, not required, and a lot of them, depending on the company, want to have you have knowledge in the AP style book or Chicago Manual style. And then a college degree is often recommended, especially in those full-time positions. If you meet these qualifications, then the good news is 90% of these companies are going to want to talk to you. But if you have no experience, no college degree, no knowledge of the style book, then it's going to be harder. But don't let it stop you, because you can take courses. This one on Udemy, for example, you can take this video course, and it's highly recommended. Anything on Udemy, you can learn a lot. This course will teach you how to find the jobs, what skills you need, and how to become a better proofreader, even if you are one today. Okay, so who's hiring? On that link in the description, I have over 60 companies. Some include 24/7 editing. Another one here is academic Word. Again, these are all linked. Follow the description. I link to every single company that are usually hiring editors, as well as another such as AGE. These are smaller companies that are almost always hiring, and as you can see, this company wants you to have been enrolled in a graduate program or possess a graduate degree, and then you'll need to be a native English speaker, and then have documented current or former affiliation with an accredited non-for-profit U.S. college, etc. So I'm not going to list all the companies, but I'm going to list a couple of the bigger name companies that I've mentioned before. These are just a few, again, of the smaller companies, again, linked in the description. Next, I'm just going to talk about some of the bigger names that are easier to get into and aren't as small as these that I just mentioned. So Babbletype is a bigger transcription company online, and I've talked about them before. And while they hire transcriptionists, they're always hiring editors as well. If you go to their apply for work page, you can scroll down and you'll see that there'll be an editor section. At this time, when I was creating this video, they were not accepting new applications for proofreaders, but it's one to bookmark because this is a bigger company. The reviews are mixed. They're not bad. It's not great, but it's one if you want to work at your own pace and log in and check out a dashboard of sorts. It's one to put up there. ProofreadingPal, this is another one that's pretty big. A typical proofreader who works for them can expect to earn $500 to $3,000 a month. That's pretty good. And if you're interested, you're going to have to be currently employed as well as have a graduate degree. Again, the stakes are high for these jobs, but But if you do meet these qualifications as listed here, can work independently, meet deadlines and so forth, then they encourage you to apply. You just got to fill out and upload your resume here. This one, again, you're going to have to tell them what you're familiar with style-wise and so forth. It scrolls, you can submit it. ProofreadingPal is a proofreading service that offers more than just proofreading in general. They'll proofread anything from resumes to books, essays, and so forth. Proofreading services, just like ProofreadingNow, offers full-time and part-time remote positions. You're welcome to apply from any country, so it's just not open to the United States. Their pay range can be anywhere from $19 to $46 an hour, with some of the highest pay going to the urgent deadlines. Flexible off hours, so you can work when you want, right from your living room, anywhere you want. And then if you're interested, again, you can just click on this Apply Now button. This is another big company online that works with more than 10,000 clients in more than 100 countries. Scribbler's a big one here. This helps thousands of students earn their degrees. They have over 500 academic editors on more than 6 continents. And if you're interested in becoming an editor with them, you can scroll down, learn more about the company, as well as see the benefits here. So benefits here, they're going to ask that you are a native speaker, earned a bachelor's degree, you can work at least 10 hours. They do ask that you can help during the busiest months, which are May and August. They want you to be reliable, meet deadlines, and so forth. This is typical based on most jobs. And then they pay their editors a fixed rate, and their editors on average can edit 1,700 words per hour and earn about $20 to $25 per hour. And other than that, it's flexible, but again, you have to commit to 10 hours a week. This is a bigger one that does hire a lot of editors. You can go to that editor page and learn more about them as mentioned, and then you can click on the application button on the very bottom of the page. Again, these are all linked in the description. I don't want to talk about every company because that would be one long video and probably bore you to tears, but I just wanted to mention some of the more popular ones that people have had success with. One company I wanted to mention was FlexJobs.com. I really like this site because what they do is they have a staff that will find all the legitimate remote jobs online and put it in one big search engine, so you can search for any job, and anything you see that pops up is 100% legit, and it's giving you the ability to work from home. There's no scams. You don't have to weed through any spam-like jobs. Everything's 100% legit. Now, the only downfall is that you have to pay a couple dollars a month, but it's well worth it. You can always cancel when you find a job. But you can even preview the jobs ahead of time. If you were to go up here and type in proofreader, for example, it's going to bring jobs about. And at the moment, there were more than 517 job options. And then you could sort it and filter it by what you want up here. So, for example, if you just wanted 100% remote work and you didn't want to go to the office, you could do so. If you want to be a freelancer or employee, and the filtering can get you down to what you want. Now the thing is, you can preview, but if you don't have a membership and you were interested and you click on it, you're going to get very broad information. So you can read about what's expected of you, but if you want to apply, you're going to see, if you scroll down, it's going to ask you to sign up. Again, I'll put the link in the description, but it's only going to cost a couple dollars a month, but it's a great search tool if you're looking for any remote job online, including proofreaders. If you want to start bidding on jobs and you don't mind creating a profile and proofreading on your own, Freelancer.com is pretty good, and what you can do is head to it and search for jobs right off the bat. So I typed in proofread, proofreader, and as you can see, there's a lot of jobs available right now, 37 jobs just for proofreader, but if you do play around with the keywords, you can get even more options. So for example, a proofreader, someone is looking for an individual to pay attention to detail and proofread. The average bid's $353. This one is asking for an English native speaker. There's 26 bids. Sometimes you have to scroll through and find the higher paying ones. This one's $17 an hour average bid. This one's $18 an hour average bid. And if you don't have the master's degree, but maybe you have a bachelor's, or maybe you just have a lot of proofreading experience, most of these people don't care about your education, but they'd rather just want to see a portfolio of sorts, or let them know how you could benefit them. You can create an account for free, and what you will do is complete a profile. You'll select your skills, expertise, and so forth, and then you'll browse the job that you're interested in, and then you'll write a bid and tell them why you're the best person for the job. And then if you're hired, you can start working for them. And once you bid on a project, you can then wait for that job poster to contact you, and if they do, then you can start the work right in the platform. Freelancer is a pretty big one online. It's simple to use, and you can get started right now. Just follow the frequently asked questions, learn more about how you can be successful on the platform, because there are a lot of people looking for people like you right now. Upwork, like like Freelancer is another one. At the moment, they have over 847 remote jobs, as you can see there. You could scroll through here and you could see what kind of work is needed. Some jobs can last a month, some are a fixed price. It's something to browse through. Again, there's hundreds to weed through. You just have to create a profile and then you can bid on the job. If you want to learn more about how it works, they do have a great how it works section as well as frequently asked questions. This is another good option if you want to be a freelancer and work at your own pace. Okay, so that sums things up. There's so many companies that hire proofreaders. There's so many resources. I only wanted to touch upon a couple. Again, please follow that link in the description. I have over 60 companies as well as resources that can help you find a proofreading job if that's what you're looking for. Again, I didn't want to list them all. I didn't want to bore you here and make the video a half hour when it didn't need to be. All those companies usually work in the same way. They ask for the same amount of experience and you just fill out a resume or a form of sort. As always, I'm straight to the point. I try to be as honest as possible. I don't promote any garbage products. I just tell you as it is, try to inform you. If you ever have any suggestions, let me know. As always, you can go to luxdollar.com for even more ways to make money, save money, be smart with your money, reviews, learn about app, and much more. The video section as well. That concludes this video, and I'll see you guys next time.